Hello everybody, it's Brian for GadgetUnit.com, and it's time for episode 143 of my question and answer series. It's been quite a while since I've done one of these, so starting with Revolution, have you ever considered narrating on YouTube? There are some great channels that make videos of the top 5 or 15 creepiest or scariest or most mysterious things. The subject matter ranges from the paranormal to urban legends, reading creepypastas and Reddit stories, the most mysterious things in space and monsters in our backyards, strangest or unexplained deaths, most mysterious people, biggest natural disasters in history, deadliest diseases, etc. I ask because you seem to love making videos, excuse me, even after you lost much of your audience, and you have good speech, you talk well, and have a great voice for narration. Your voice is very calming. It makes it easier for us to focus on the subject matter, and those channels have excellent subject matter. Those YouTubers often take suggestions from their subscribers on what their next subject could be about. It does take some research to put together videos like that, though. But those guys also do collabs with other YouTubers alike. They also get crazy amounts of subscribers. You have the perfect voice for narrating mysterious, strange, eerie, dark videos. Ever thought to give it a try? At one point, I did kind of want to maybe see if I could get into reading audiobooks for companies to make money, but never heard back regarding that. I don't know. I'm not really... I don't know if I could ever get dedicated to YouTube enough to actually get into something like that, because without AdSense and a flow of money to allow you to improve your quality of videos and actually find other stuff to do, it really takes away from the whole experience. Ever since my AdSense issues in 2011, I haven't made a single dime from YouTube or my website, so I don't know, I'm just not really that much into it anymore. I could try it and see where that goes, but I don't know if I'm interested in those particular subject matters that you posted as examples. The deadliest diseases, the urban legends, things like that. Although, I don't know, I'm trying to think about it now. I don't think I would be able to put my own spin on those types of topics. I can certainly read through posts to provide my voice as voiceovers for those types of things, but I don't know if I could really put my own take on those types of topics, but we'll see. From Sophia, what else do you do besides creating videos for YouTube? Do you own or work in a company, or do you still live with your parents so your expenses are somewhat taken care of? Oh, and what keeps you motivated in creating content for YouTube? How did you find the fuel to create new accounts over and over? And don't take this the wrong way, but you haven't been getting much views and subs. How do you still have the motivation to create more videos? Sorry if those questions have been answered before. I didn't know how you discovered this YouTube channel. Oh, recovered. Usually I don't read like this. Usually it's a lot better. It's just been quite a while since I actually had to read something like this. But anyway, I should have gone through this question by question instead of reading the entire thing first. So what do I do besides creating videos for YouTube? Well, I will actually post a link to my LinkedIn account in this video's description for you guys to take a look at. That would actually tell you pretty much everything, and it would answer the second part of the question, do you own or work for a company? Although on the topic of owning a company, of course I'd like to do that, be my own boss, but it takes a lot of money to start something like that. I do have ideas, don't know how to get the funding for those types of things, so I'm just kind of stuck doing the traditional route. I do not live with my parents. I've been on my own for probably about a year and a half. I'm able to take care of my expenses just fine. What keeps me motivated in creating content for YouTube? I don't know if I'm really motivated to do it. I just do it because it's something I've been doing for quite a while and I don't mind doing it. What created the fuel to create new accounts over and over? I guess just the fact that I enjoy making videos, and my sub counts and view counts are definitely not that great. I think this channel has been hovering just below 4,000 subscribers for many months now. Not really a big deal to me, of course. So how do you still find the motivation to create more videos? I just like doing it. I like these Q&A videos, even though they get the least amount of views of the other videos I make. I like doing an occasional iPhone video. I like product accessories. I love building PCs, creating videos like my like my previous PC build series. Those are hard to do and they take a lot of time. So hopefully that answers those questions. From Nikhil Paladugu, new What's on My MacBook video. I honestly don't think that there's hardly anything different versus my previous video, even though that one was done many months ago. The setup is pretty much exactly the same. So, from Freddie Malpartita, what are your thoughts on the Apple Smart Battery Case? I completely facepalmed when that thing was announced. It looks ugly, it's incredibly overpriced. They've definitely taken cues from Mophie. It just doesn't seem like anything practical. If you look at the value, the design, the practicality of that product, it just doesn't seem as good as alternatives. Traditional battery cases, for example, that wrap around the entire device and don't look like the way the smart battery case does. That thing just cannot be comfortable to hold in hand. Now, I haven't seen or used it in person, so I'm not entirely sure if it's comfortable or not, but just looking at all of the photos and other people's videos, it really does not look that great. For the price of an Apple Smart Battery Case, you could get probably 2 to 3 regular battery cases from Amazon or eBay, and it would just demolish that device, and it would probably be just as reliable as Apple's Smart Battery Case. From Ikram232, random question, have you ever seen a bent iPhone or have bent one? No, I have never seen one in person, nor have I bent my iPhone 6 Plus, which I've had for well over a year. It's been in a case the entire time, and I've taken it to a number of different places, theme parks, big events where there are lots of people, and where your phone might drop on the ground or kind of run into a wall when you're using it while walking or something like that, and it's completely flat. So that's great to hear. We have one more question, and we have another one from Revolution. Don't know if you're still taking questions on this vid, but I'll ask anyway. I just bought my first pair of virtual reality goggles, the kinds you put your phone in. I got the ViewMaster because I'm nerdy that way, but I'm having a hard time finding VR apps and stuff for Windows Phone. Do you have any suggestions to make good use of VM with my Lumia 1520? Like, are there any websites with 360 videos? YouTube's 360-degree video channel doesn't work on Windows Phone. I found a few bad to decent VR apps, but the graphics are so bad in some, and the tracking is so bad in others that none of them provide a fun VR experience. When I had my Google Cardboard, when Google was giving away the free Star Wars branded Google Cardboards, I got the BB-8 one, which I actually recently sold on eBay for about $6 to $7. I was pretty disappointed by Windows Phone's VR offering. I don't know if Microsoft makes it hard to develop these types of apps or if developers just aren't interested in enough to actually make them, but I was really disappointed by that. If you take a look at the Google Play Store and the iTunes App Store, there are just so many VR offerings that you could probably try one new app per day and be set for a very long time because there are just that many apps available. But to answer your question, I'm not aware of any quality VR apps for Windows Phone. It's incredibly disappointing. I think that with Windows 10's universal feature in regard to making apps for both phones and desktop, I think maybe that'll help a little bit. Hopefully we do start seeing more of these things as VR gets popular. It is pretty disappointing to see the lack of VR content for Windows Phone. So that is it with episode 143 of my question and answer series. It was certainly quite long. I didn't read through these answers quite like I wanted to, but it was nice to see a video with this many comments. I haven't seen a Q&A video this active in a very long time, so that's nice to see. Aside from this video, I don't really have anything planned or on the list except for some additional classic video game gameplay videos. I have a quite a long list of games that I'd like to make small videos about. But you can tune in next week for episode 144 of my question and answer series. If there are any questions that you would like me to try and answer, leave them down below in the comments area. But that's it with the video. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll talk to you all whenever my next video comes out.